Let me just listen to me. I've been fiddly diddling doing with this listy roadie here. This is a Jeskai Fires list that I've been having some fun with, and I've been iterating on it, and I've come to some conclusions on some adjustments I want to make to it. I'm going to leave this one alone because I just want to have a fork. Because, you know, I'm really disappointed at the fact that Wizards of the Coast doesn't have built-in version control in their deck editor. I mean, come the fuck on, you know? God. Jeez. Louise. I also need to edit an audio setting. Good. It's done. Alright, so I've been really interested in this. I love Shark Typhoon. I love Godzilla. I love Inspired Ultimatum. So I've made a clone list, and here is some of the stuff that I'm thinking. So, first and foremost, what is... Get this one off. What is the... What is this gold card here? What is just this one? There we go. Oh, I guess we could have another. Okay. Either way. Listen to me. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking of. For this list. Is this version 2? Okay. Here's what I'm thinking of. I am thinking that I don't need 3 Deafening Clarions in the main. I just want 2. And I want to increase the Shatter the Sky. Okay. I also think I'm going to cut the Voracious Great Sharks, and I'm actually going to increase the number of Elspeth Conquers Death to 4 in the main deck. I think it's actually worth it. I also think I'm going to do the Narset in the sideboard kind of plan here. This is kind of what I'm thinking. I might even put a 3rd Aether Gust in the main board. Like this. And I actually have become quite a fan of Middle Narset. This is what I'm thinking. Let me actually look at my sideboard. Because here's the thing, like, I'm not sure I need Devout Decrees if I have access to Scorching Dragonfire as the exile effect of choice. You know what I mean? Hey, thanks, Ghosty. Let me know how this works now. I think the Revoke existence is really necessary due to the fact that there is just so much power in the Gyruda decks. Now, what else might I even want? What do I put in this damn thing? I think the Heliod's Intervention is fine. I think this is pretty good. Oh, I didn't even put in the Scorching Dragonfires. Okay, I was wondering. Something was wrong. I was like, maybe just another Deafening Clarion. Having some audio adjustment issues. If you're seeing me out of sync, don't worry. That is totally intentional and deliberate right now. We're adjusting some settings real fast. Let's just reset the whole dang thing. Let's reset it all to the start. And let's only let Ghost Stalker do the commentary on the audio adjustment, since he knows exactly what he's doing. But yeah, maybe this is... You know... I'm easy. I'll just do this. Fixed. Okay. All hail Ghost Stalker. Just so you know, what's happening is that a lot of times it goes blip, 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 and each of these blips of desynchronization need to get reset. Alright, so now we're just going to do a small resetting. And it should be perfect now. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm thinking for a list. This is kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of like this. Jeff Hoagland was suggesting, instead of the Inspired Ultimatum, just doing 2 Dream Trawlers. And there's a lot of merit to this, because you can just take a Narset, play a Narset, throw a Dream Trawler at something for 6 damage, and then use the Elspeth Conquers Death to bring it back. That does sound pretty good, huh? It's not nearly as fun, damn right. Arena's shot lock with the 5 gifties on this fine day. Dum, 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 dum. Hey, have a great day, Ghost Stalker, man. Boom, ba, do, do, dum, dum, dum. Dude, that song I was listening to in the break is real nice. Hey, how'd everyone enjoy our Griftlands streameroni today, huh? How did everybody... Did you love it? Did you absolutely love every minute of it? Man, I enjoyed me some Grift frickin' lands. Okay, so we see an opt and we see the Izzet colors. I thoroughly believe that this is going to be something akin to... an Izzet Phoenix list. Izzet Phoenix lists do not run counter spells in the main board. So this might not be Izzet Phoenix then. Well, this is certainly something. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something. Hello. Bang. Bum, 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 bum. Seems like a good a time as any to send it away. This is an interesting way to do a Phoenix list. If you're filling the graveyard for the Arclight Phoenix, you may as well fill the graveyard for the Phoenix of Ash. Boom, bum, boom, boom, boom. So since this deck is built heavily around tempo, we want as many excuses to rip the tempo apart as possible. Bubblegum Guy says, hey, Dan, I don't want to get into game development, specifically character... Oh my god, fuck yes! Fuck yes! Well, this deck has already shown a propensity for running counters, but I'm the best player who's ever lived. Yes! Very good. Bubblegum Guys, I want to get into game development, specifically character modeling. Would you suggest, as someone with knowledge of this industry, building a portfolio of individual models to show? I can use programs such as ZBrush, or to start making my own games and levels to show a more complete creative package to prospective employees. Sorry for the long essay. Dude, this is the hit place for long essays, let me tell you. Now, by the way, Before I answer this question, let me just show you the next level play. I first cast Shatter the Sky. This lets me draw a card because I have the Giant. I then play this. My opponent can then play a Brazen Borrower. Looks like it's bad for us, eh? Tisn't an issue. Being in a bomb. Because when this guy comes back... Ooh. Actually, this is so sick.
Sorry I'm late.
Boink. Please, please.
I've got it.
Boom. Alright, so let me do a quick sideboard and then I'll answer you, Bubblegum Guy. Okay, there are first a couple of layers to this. One, to get into character modeling and, you know, being able to show a portfolio. First thing I would strongly consider that you do, because character modeling is a very technical proficiency plus creative proficiency kind of skill set. You first must go through work to make sure that you can competently do things in ZBrush or competently do things in Blender. Like, imagine someone asking you to do something, asking you to do a request for, like, a job interview. Model this character. Model it out yourself and see if you have comfort enough with the tools and knowledge enough of the tools. You can just look up online interview questions from various companies and just get a lot of clarity on this. And so that's for yourself. The second thing is, do you, again, just in terms of your self-skill, try to practice the ability to create individual characters. The ability to do various more interesting, complex models. Try to like, again, push your creative skill set. Because I'm just going to imagine that whatever company you're working with might come up with their own different set of tools to give to you, and they want to tell that you're proficient with languages. You're proficient with various tools like Blender. You'd be proficient, therefore, with their proprietary tools, and that then you have the creative chops to be able to implement some of this stuff yourself. By the way, let's just do Inspired Ultimatum. Inspired Ultimatum is out. I probably don't actually want to do enough sweepers initially, but we want to have a lot of instant speed, removals, and counter. Narset sure seems good, doesn't she? Okay, so I've just been talking about self-skill. So that's just the self-skill portion of this thing. Okay. What I would then do is, once you've developed some self-skill, I would consider reaching out to, like, someone that has worked in the industry or the space, or a person who maybe has gone to school for this sort of thing, or professors of various things. And ask for some advice. Hey, what do you think about my work? Again, this is a double check for your personal technical proficiency. So these are some checks. The next thing that I would consider doing, now once you have the skill set and you've gotten some review/confirmation of, yes, I do indeed have this skill set. Is I would then begin to try to build a portfolio. And what should be in the portfolio? There's resources online, more detail, but hey, maybe some of those people that you were asking for feedback on, you asked them something small, early on, that was easy, Some of them are going to give you really brief kind of brush off feedback. Some of them will actually be invested. People love helping and giving mentorship and advice. Those are people that you might go back and be, hey, can you critique this portfolio? And that is a path to building up a portfolio that actually has what I'll call grounded competency. You're not just thinking to yourself, I think I'm good enough, I hope someone agrees. You're double checking, you're challenging yourself, you're looking up various things that are going on. I think I'm just going to plan on cycling a shark. Now, another question is, this is the idea of building a portfolio simply and purely in order to... A fucking Skargan Hellkite, welcome back. Hold on one second. This is the better play. This is the better play. I need to cycle. Good. Hoping to get an additional white mana. Fabled Passage, something like this. Okay. Good. Okay, so this is just talking about the idea of building a portfolio of just some good old... Holy shit. You know what? Let's just get that. Just get that one out of my life for a moment.
Don't worry, I got this.
I think I can win in 8 turns. You could also consider, as a component for learning and building your portfolio, you could consider just asking to help out with some various game projects.
I'm Chandra, the immolation
There's a lot of
sensation.
student work stuffs that people do. There's a lot of communities, maybe a 30-day project, just work on doing some. Just get some experience.
Hot for ya.
This might be a bad idea.
You're gonna be sorry when I come back.
Look at this nice little defensive maneuver. Do some game jams, get stuff like that. This will, and I would, this is an important warning, make sure that the things that you're signing up for are shorter term initially, if you really do have low experience. Try to do a 1 month long game jam, or a weekend long game jam, or a student project that is a semester long, things like this. Do we board out the ultimatums? Oh yeah, I'm relying heavily on sharks. I'm blocking it. You got it. I'm sure I can win in a few turns. We also took out the Narset. I think we took out 100% of our heal. Love to see it. absolutely any way at all to not lose this game.
Long. Stand by and watch. No, I am not making this up as I go.
Shit, I think I did an off by 1 error. Well, that was a mistake, but yeah, what are you gonna do? It's great. No. We just draw motherfucking Godzilla. Ah, damn, it was a land. Farts. Okay, well played. Okay, we have to change this slightly. This is the wrong Narset to have. This is the right Narset to have. I always forget to board out Bonecrushers. I think that's the right one to do. But yeah, so if you are looking to do 3D modeling in the game industry, this is a very technical sort of one. Oh, Cred. Oh, look, listen to this wonderful advice from Cred. It says, I'm not day 9, but I do work in the industry and have helped a few aspiring artists get some entry-level jobs. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to go indie, you're better showing a more generalized set of skills. For big AAA game dev, you have to specialize, so a model portfolio would be king. Yeah, I mean, the idea of, like, larger AAA specialization cannot be overstated enough. Like, I knew someone at, that was the wrong line, but that's fine. I knew someone that worked at Ubisoft that was the lead head artist. As in, their full-time job was to model heads. And that was it. So here is my read on our opponent's deck. Our opponent is a sort of flyer-based deck that is more about some of these pricier flyers like the Phoenix. I'm gonna take a risk here. But I still think this increases my chance of winning. If my opponent draws another card, I think it's fine. Nice. Super nice. Of just haste flyers. This is a cool deck that we're against. I would worry that there's multiple Skargan Hellkites, but, you know, what are you going to do? It does hurt a bit. We're running Trawler. We are not. But with 4, Elspeth Conquers Death. Seems pretty good. I'm a little scared I need to save this one, and taking a single damage feels okay to me. I think I maybe should have done it in the other order and should have thought about that. Or maybe my opponent would have permitted the... Oh, I think we're gonna lose. I have a deck full of much cheaper control cards, so I think this is actually okay. This player, that card. One time? Fuck. Ah! Hello, kitten. Alright, you know what? You know what? I think that my boarding choices... Ah, fuck. Let's just put in the Dream Trawler. I hate running this stupid good card. But it's good. I want my... How do I just get one in there, huh? Be brave, cut a land. I hate myself. I think that's the correct decision. I'm so unhappy that I believe that's the correct one. Yeah. This actually makes a good amount of sense. Right? Like this? Why is this so scrolly? There you go. Alright, so we still get to keep one of our favorite cards. Red Robins, can you explain why it's so important to have exactly a 60 card deck? Yeah, the basic idea is that the smaller... So, think of it this way. Let's go to an extreme version. Let's say that we had a 1,000 card deck. Or actually, let's say we had a 1,000 spell deck and 600 lands, or something like this. We had 1,000 spells. And let's just simply say that half the spells are removal and half the spells are creatures. You know, something like this. Then we wind up in a bit of a pickle where, let's say there's some really good card, like a Dream Trawler in there. I can only run 4 Dream Trawlers. So if I only have 4 Dream Trawlers out of like 1,000 cards, and let's just make a very simple statement. I think Dream Trawler's probably better than almost every other 6-mana card. Or 6-mana creature. Maybe even other 6-mana cards. It's a really good card. So, when you look at that extreme example, you'd go, well, let's just put in fewer cards to increase the chance of the Dream Trawler. And if we just follow this logical chain, the idea is, yeah, cut the 61st card to go to the 60th. Because when you go from 60 to 61, your brain goes, well, now I have an Inspired Ultimatum, and I didn't used to have an Inspired Ultimatum. But what's actually happening is, statistically, you are decreasing the chance of drawing all your other useful cards. In a very minute way. It is strictly false that all 60-card decks will be better than all 61-card decks, statistically speaking. It is absolutely and entirely possible to... it is absolutely and entirely possible to wind up in a situation where 61-card deck will be better than a 60-card deck. I mean, that's just some fairly subtle statistics. But what players wind up doing is they just go, you know what, I'll just focus and build around consistency first and foremost more than anything. So this is the Gyruda deck. And the way that it works is it has... Oh, no, this is a Karuga deck. Whoopsie-doopsie daisies. Ignore me! So we expect to see a growth spiral at end of turn. And we expect after the growth spiral occurs. Totally 100% fine. So we expect with Karuga and the Teamer colors, this looks like a Teamer ramp style deck. So I want to be cognizant about this. Wappinator said, wouldn't fungal. Whoa! Wouldn't growth spiral. Wouldn't it be impossible with Karuga? Yeah. I was talking about growth spiral when I thought that this was Gyruda, which is the all even card companion. So I still get those flip-flopped in my head a little bit. So given that our opponent is highly unlikely to be playing anything that deals 2 damage. Our Bonecrusher Giants are not very high value. This could be a Fires of Invention list, and if our opponent did go for Fires of Invention, our opponent does not have enough for Uro, and it's kind of hard to fill up the graveyard when all your spells are 3 or greater. No problem. Go ahead and cycle this to try to hunt down our land, because that's an extremely important benchmark to hit. We missed it, so what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our opponent to draw, and what would make sense is for Karuga to come out alongside the Cavalier. I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like counter spells are just really not that good in Magic the Gathering, like in general. Better late than never. Never know what hit 'em. Yes, my friend. I'm going to try to see if I can get some free damage in. This is a pretty obvious trade coming up, but I'm absolutely fine with this trade because the board is empty. Karuga can't really draw. This is great. That is absolutely fine. So I believe that my deck has a better long-term proposition than this deck. This deck is a permanence-heavy deck. And this is also why I've been switching to 4 Shatter the Skies instead of 3. You got me. Left one says, counterspells are depowered in standard, but they are the strongest form of removal. You love to see it. Thing of beauty, you know that? Absolute thing of beauty. Thing of beauty, this little deck here. So, there's a bit of a pickle that we're in. By the way, don't you love that you exile Genesis Ultimatum? There's a bit of a pickle that we're in, which is that we have now some turns of pain-in-the-ass behavior from our opponent. Now, if I Shatter the Sky... Yeah, I think Shatter the Sky is probably what I want to do. Yeah, I mean, like, Lefowens, when you say it's the most powerful, the strongest form of removal, I don't know, I like, maybe it's just because, like, I play a lot of Standard. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the Cavalier Flame in there. Whoopsie doopsies. Yeah, we should have Elspeth. Oh. Very well. Great. Really good. Okay. Nice. Okay, nice. Play something, dude. Perfect. We look dead. If the Cavalier Flame comes out, we can exile it, so that's good. But I just made a mistake. Okay, so this looks like a guaranteed loss right now from us. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and concede. But the good news is that we have a lot of ways to deal with this and a lot of clean ways to change. So we get out the Bonecrusher Giant since they don't do anything, and this pair of Deafening Clarions. Aether Gust? Yes. View Battlefield. We have a lot of blue in there. So let's go ahead and put in the Mystic Disputes. That seems like a very good choice. We have the Heliod's Intervention. I think Narset of the Ancient Way is not going to be as useful as our Revoke Existences. And I think this Narset is actually quite powerful. This is too slow and far too spiky. I think I'm actually going to get rid of the Shark Typhoon. Sure. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm from Standard Lefowens, but, you know, like, I actually find Standard, or counters really tricky to work with, because they're very powerful when you pull them off, but they have to be done reactively. Excuse me. Like, super duper have to be done reactively. And, like, it's always so painful when they get a creature down, and I'm just like, ah! You should look up Force of Will sometime. Oh, yeah. You just exile a blue card and you can counter for free. It's like so fucking good. What does Dream Trawler do? Bam. Also, I'm 7 evens. You should be able to hover over on my on your screen and see what the cards do. Godzilla. Oh. Remember when we like got Godzilla out on like turn 4 through just like sheer luck? Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread Godzilla. Oh. Yeah, this Teamer Fires deck is pretty tight. I think I should cycle for 1 for the... Oh, what the fuck? I have a Fabled Passage. What am I doing? Sorry, I keep making some basic-y mistake-ies. I mean, Lefowens is a far more veteran player than we. Alright, so if it was a blue spell, I would cycle for 1 to try to hit a Mystic Dispute, but since it's a green spell, I can cycle like this. Dish, 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 dish. Bam, 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 bam. That's a good one to get. So we should probably get a white mana here. A lot of this stuff is just so expensive. 2 Mystic Disputes. Oh, yeah. A lot of the stuff is just super expensive, so... I guess we say no to this. Ah, it's a hard situation for me to think through. That's a very, very, very essential target to have hit. We are a happy bear.
Well, look who it is. If it isn't my little princess, it's Sheriff. Hello. Hello, yes. Yes, come on. Oh, yes, look at this. I got something special for you. It's my right shoulder. Oh, I love you so much, Sheriff. You're such a good cat.
Get in there. Oh, yes. Oh, it's my little buddy. Hi, sweetheart. How's your day been? Yeah. Oh, yes, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, no, we fucked up. I shouldn't have attacked with this. I keep just forgetting that there's Cavaliers of Flame in this deck. I don't know, something about my brain that just, like, forgets that Cavaliers can be run in decks other than Fires. You know, I'm just gonna get on out. I'm just gonna get on out. I think I made misplaying game 1 and misplaying game 2. What's happened with the Jeskai deck that you played yesterday? So what we've done with the deck that we were playing yesterday is we have... I can actually show you the changes. Here's the deck that we were playing yesterday. I was trying out a couple of baby Narsets in the main, and 2 Ultimatums here, and 2 Great Sharks. And what we've done is we have changed 3 Clarions to 2, and up to 4 Shatters, turned those Great Sharks into Elspeth Conquers Death, replaced the 2 Ultimatums with a Dream Trawler, and then we've cut the baby Narsets for 1 more Narset and 1 more Inspired Ultimatum. And there's one other change that's in here somewhere. Oh yeah, we cut a Shark Typhoon. I missed my Shark Typhoon. Yeah, the Great Sharks were tight. I don't know if 4 Elspeth Conquers Death is correct. It might be a wee bit pricey. Looks good to me. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so this is a Gyruda deck. When Gyruda enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Oh shit, I might be able to give my opponent a Dream Trawler. Fuck. That's alright. So the idea is you run a bunch of Spark Doubles and Thassa. And the benefit of the Spark Doubles is that you can copy the Gyruda with the Spark Double. It's not legendary, because that's what the text on Spark Double says. And then you can bring something out again. So this is part of the reason why I'm running 4 Elspeth Conquers Death, is that this deck looks very popular. And there's a lot of just very, very ultra greedy lists that I've been seeing. Like crazy greedy. Alright, this is a wonderful position to be in. I play the Teferi. I plus the Teferi. There's really not terribly many, there's really not terribly many sources of, like, burn that I can think of that would be in this list. It's mostly creatures that are even mana. 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield, tap, and shuffle your library. You got it, man.
Let's try this.
Yeah, it's mostly creatures because you want to be able to hit stuff consistently with Gyruda. And this is cool. Migration path to do the big rampies.
You want me to phase you out of time?
fine by me. Let's go ahead and cycle this, because we kind of have the mana that we need.
Here goes nothing.
I want to get to some more tools. I mean, it's a bit obvious what we're doing.
That didn't pan out.
You got it. So Gyruda lands. We get, in our list, none of our Dream Trawlers get hit, but Dream Eater does land, so that's good. So probably Dream Eater might not actually bounce it to Teferi. Okay. I'm going to Shatter the Sky now, in case there's any instant speed responses to this. But this is one of the ultra-powerful effects of Teferi Plus and Shatter the Sky versus the Gyruda decks. Feels good. Arpostogal says, Sean, one question. Is it even sometimes appropriate to run specific answers such as Aether Gust?
Let's slow this.
Or is it less bad in best of 3 when they can be sideboarded in? Not exactly new to Magic, but still wrapping my head around it. Yeah, so, I mean, let me be really specific. Aether Gust says, choose a target spell or permanent that's red or green. What if my opponent isn't running red or green? Then this card does absolutely fucking nothing. It's as though I skipped the draw step. It's bad, right? Oten General says Teferi prevents instant speed, though. Correct. That's why I did the Shatter the Sky when the targeting was on the stack, because if the targeting resolved, if I Shattered the Sky, then this 2-mana instant speed response would have been able to deal with it. So we were, in fact, referencing this Teferi passive as an unusual twist in this channel. But yeah, so, like, Aether Gust does literally jack fuck all. Against a number of deck archetypes. So what makes it okay? What makes it okay? Uh-oh. And there's a couple answers. One is that literally if the meta is sufficiently green-red. Wow, that's gonna really hurt, huh? If the meta is actually sufficiently green-red, it's okay. But also, we have a number of ways to turn this into something of other value. So, for instance, we run 3 Narsets. I can draw with a Narset and throw the Aether Gust at somebody. And it winds up turning into just some free damage. I am really, really frightened right now. Because that is an extremely intimidating situation to be in. I'm very, very concerned.
It's only a matter of time.
Or if there's other things that say draw and then discard, you can just get those out of the hand, like Chemister's Insight. You can discard a card from your hand to recast it from the graveyard. So that's... There's a Spark Double, there's 1 Gyruda in the bin. One Elspeth is in there. See, I want the Elspeths. Are these both Spark Doubles? Oh, that sucks. Opponent gets a Dream Trawler. I mean, there's not a lot of fanciness to be done here. Play this. Rats. Rats, indeed. So I think I probably do cut the Aether Gusts here. I mean, there's some green, but it's not like their power cards are green. Really I mean, this is a pretty binary situation where, like, if this Thassa and a Gyruda start popping off, we are pretty toasted. So, I mean, like, I need an exile effect, like an Elspeth Conquers Death, specifically. You love to see it. Alright, I'm the best. This is part of the reason why I'm running 4 Elspeth Conquers Death. Wyatt Darby's playing Jeskai Control right now as well, man. Wyatt Darby gets it, man. Question. Is Wyatt Darby also running? Is Wyatt Darby also running Dream Trawlers? Or is Wyatt Darby intelligently and boldly running Inspired Ultimatum? Oh! Is this on Chapter 2? Well, that's okay. That is okay. Jeff Hoagland. Jeff Hoagland says, my chat told me that you added Trawler today, so now I'm here to heckle you. Have you heard the good news, though? Wait, why is this? Oh, yeah. Oh, right. And a Gyruda back to the hand? Oh, yeah. All right. Thassa's Oracle. Oh, shit, because then you can just win the game with the fucking Thassa's Oracle. Oh my god, I never thought about that interaction. I still have 1 Inspired Ultimatum in here. I'm not getting rid of all of them. Holy shit, that is obnoxious. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of the Aether Gusts. Inspired Ultimatum, fuck. I don't think I need the Deafening Clarions. Maybe I do. I definitely don't want these things. Maybe I do want the Clarions. But we want this. We want these. Gyruda Solitaire decks might be a problem. Dude, it's like such a... I had never, ever, ever thought of the Thassa's Oracle play. That's like pretty sick. What do I want? And when do I want it? I mean, I guess a single Narset. There's not really draw to deny, but we can use it to find ourselves some more cards. Yeah, Jeff, I like the middle Narset because middle Narset does literally everything that makes me happy. It's like, it's very slight. A little bit of life gain, a little bit of mana, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. How's new Narset felt for you? It's felt mediocre. Very fine. I like that you can player and chuck something at someone's face and then turn 5 play a 6-mana thing. Sure, like a Dream Trawler, I guess. Everybody. You know, this actually messes with this deck a good deal. This deck needs to do a meaty play on turn 4. So this will delay the ramp by some turns. I guess we're going to play Narset first, because if there is a Mystic Dispute, this seems like a reasonable one to Mystic Dispute. Or negate, that's fine. And the combo we're really looking for anyways is Teferi Shatter. Leyline of the Void. Ooh, baby. Again, if there's a counter, that's sort of okay. That is sort of okay. Sort of okay, because we have one of these to bring back one of these to be able to do the combo that we want. I feel like a guy, Ruda. Okie dokie. Time for some boring turns. We want the white mana. We will play the white board clear. Whoa. Alright, nice. We can get some Godzillas back. It's pretty cool. This is where my totally awesome and sweet one true love of the Jeskai Ultimatum comes into play. Got him. Got him. Dude, I actually think that there could and should be some really sick aggro decks. My opponent whiffs here. I think we're in golden shape. Oh, the Spark Devil. You hate to see it. So far, so reasonable. How many shatters do I have left here? This deck is very good. Okay, so 1 shatter, 2 shatter, 3 shatter. And was there a 4th shatter in there? No, look. Alright, so it seems like the only way that we can live seems like the only way that we can live is if I just get my 1 Shatter the Sky, right? I just need to draw the 1 Shatter the Sky and that's it.
If you wish to surrender now, put thoughtfulness before action.
Okay. Okay. You know what? My little noggin's turning here. Here's what I think. I think these revoke existences are a little targeted. What am I trying to do? Stop Gyruda? Stop Thassa? I need to stop Wilderness Reclamations. I need to stop Fires of Invention. There's a lot of big stuff happening. So here's what I'm thinking. I think instead of trying to target them in this way, I put in a Disdainful Stroke. And I'm going to remove these two and also put in the Heliod's. Not Heliod's Punishment. Something like this. This is probably correcter. Do I maybe want a fourth Disdainful Stroke? That is the niche-est of them all. Graveyard Hate. That's the thing, is that, like, I can try to attack the Thassa. I can try to attack the Gyruda before it comes out. I can try to attack the Graveyard. I'm blue, white, red, so my Graveyard targeting is not the most powerful. I think the Disdainful Strokes for Disdainful folks maybe make the most sense. Is this good enough? Fuck. I don't think so. We don't have any of our cyclers. Sorry, Narset. I think that's maybe a good play. Jeff says, I think with OP's deck being a thing, we should probably need Stroke in the 75 of these control decks. Oh, dude, look at this. Great minds think alike. And I sometimes think like you. Yeah, because, like, I think that the... Do I want blue or white here? I think I want white because most of my stuff is just one blue, except for Dream Trawler. I have cheaper double white cards, like Elspeth Conquers Death and my Sweepery Beepery Boo. What are you going to do? I'm going to pay it. I'm going to play it. Why not use Ashiok to kill the whole graveyard? Because there's two outrageous threats with the Gyruda deck. The first is, well, I obviously don't want... Oh, please let me throw Godzilla at that. Oh, I can't wait to fucking throw Godzilla at Narset. I'm sorry. I became distracted. My apologies. One of the things is the Gyruda... Too much shame. Too much shame. I should never talk. I should never talk and play Magic at the same time. It's literally a shame conceit, and that's okay. Sometimes you just need to be ashamed of yourself. And this is a Karuga deck. Okay. Sometimes it's important to be ashamed. What was I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh yeah, the Gyruda deck has the big threat of building a huge board and swinging in, but the second threat is that they have Thassa's Oracle. So if they have like 4 cards in their deck and they play a Thassa's Oracle, it just auto wins the game. And so that is the kind of danger that I want to be cognizant of. Yeah. So we don't have a lot of information because we were too ashamed to try to gather anything valuable, but I'm pretty sure these Narsets will be quite helpful here. Do we think anything else will be useful? We sure fucking hope not, you know? Dude, let me tell you, there is a very low amount of distraction I need to completely forget Narset, if any. I have forgotten Narset more than I have forgotten any other Planeswalker passive in the history of this game. So I think just having an absolute... just counterful sideboard plan versus that Gyruda deck is intelligent because it overlaps with the other set of things that are a pain in the ass, which is the 4 mana plus enchantment and big dude stuff. Ashiok 3 says can't search library. Let me do Thassa's Oracle. No, Thassa's Oracle doesn't say search. And also, I guess Ashiok doesn't even interact with Gyruda at all. Ashiok does not interact with Gyruda at all, right? Because Gyruda is played, then puts things into the graveyard, and then the juicy juice happens. So I really like our Disdainful Stroke plan, and I don't like anything else that's happened in this game. Everything else has been horrible. Alright, we see Is It. I don't know if this is an Is It flash deck or some shit. Oh, fuck yeah. Somebody else is tight. Aether Gust is very good versus Godzilla. Yeah, so Ashiok solves neither the Thassa's Oracle problem, and it also does not solve the, this will get dumped for sure. It solves neither Thassa's Oracle nor the Gyruda problem. I think it essentially does not interact with it. Kraken for white. Surprise! Yeah, because Graph Diggers is a super narrow solution that doesn't really address the Thassa's Oracle issue. I think Disdainful Stroke is a good one. Let's see what happens.
Right on schedule.
It's Ave. He says, Dan, I just want to thank you for doing what you're doing. You're an amazing personality and always bring a smile to my face. Holy shit, someone else is running a list that is ultra similar to our list. Oh my god, yes. People believe in the Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon. Play it. Play a Karuga. See you later. Goodbye. Do you want to kill Teferi? Why, yes, I think I do. I want another Shark Typhoon in here, and the only reasonable thing to cut is a frickin' ultimatum, but I'm not going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's what's so sick about this combo. This is why I think Shark Typhoon is so sick, and I need to get a 4th one in here immediately. Yeah, I should probably cut out Narset 4, huh? Narset 4 seems like the cut. So this Teferi's down, so you can't do anything to our Shark. Uh-oh, that's not good. No instant speed stuff for Chillums. Surprise, I have a deck, Chillums. No! So Bonecrushers appear to be left in the deck. Oh, who told me not to run Inspired Ultimatum, huh? Who suggested that I not run Inspired Ultimatum? Do you not like instant speed, deal 5, draw 5, heal 5? Do you not like doing that? I like doing that, and I'm a big, big, big boy. The biggest boy around. Don't play a Godzilla, by the way, Chillums. I'll be so sad. The biggest boy. Everyone else except for me is wrong. Yeah, TPO3, I think maybe the Spite Dragons, or Sprite Dragons, or whatever they're called, I think that maybe I'm not evaluating them enough. Maybe you should consider just jamming some of those puppies in there.
Who is it? Who's my friend? Hello. Oh, up she goes.
I'll target me. Nope, I'll do nothing. I'll resolve.
What is it? Hello. Yeah.
This cat is awesome. I love this cat. I will choose to... This player heals, that player dies.
Come on up. Come on up here. Look, have some scritches.
Have some very compelling... Holy shit, a Godzilla is at 3? No way. How do you draw it that well? My opponent has gotten 3 Godzillas in the top 14. Let's play it, man. Let's get the Typhoon down.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Hello. Hello, cat. I love you.
There are so many mysteries to uncover. Hone your prowess.
I gotta need 4 of these again, you know what I mean? I need 4 of these again. Shark Typhoon. Here's where I fully expect an Elspeth Conqueror's Death to fall from Chillums. This. Oh, and it makes a 3/3 because this card is Busto. Let's get that one back.
Don't worry, I got it.
Oh my god, is this not tight? No way. Well, I have a solution. Like I'm just gonna have to eat damage, you know. This was hard for me to see. This art is tunes out in my mind.
I've got you.
This hits this, this eats this. So, plus, right? Plus this.
This might be a bad
We
idea.
play this. Makes a 4/4, which is good.
Honor the
Plus.
past by bringing its traditions into the future. To open the
Plus.
mind, you must first open the heart.
Play like this. Eat Godzilla. Neutralize, great. We don't run any of those childish counter spells in our main deck. No need. And now we are cooking with portals. We can block Godzilla. I need a 4th Shark Typhoon. Flying sharks are the best creature type. Aang. Yes. Again? Some good bone crushing. Alright, I think that I can mostly predict the outcome of this.
Many paths lie before me.
Do you want to see the tech play?
I've got it.
Do you see why it's the tech play? Our opponent dies next turn, so we don't need a spike in value. We need a guaranteed, like, X9 that can't be countered. Because then when the turn passes back to us, our opponent can't do anything at instant or sorcery speed, so returning this allows us to cycle it for a guaranteed huge shark. That's a sick play, huh? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the best play I have done in a long time. I don't ask for a lot. I'm a meager player. And that is the lethals. I gotta get a 4th Shark Typhoon into this deck. I think it's just a cut Narset down to 2. Narset. Well, I mean, here's a more stylish way to do it, but that's fine. You have one too many shatters. I don't think so, Paragon. I don't think so. I think I won about 6 sweepers, and I was going 3 Clarion, 4 shatter in the main. Excuse me, 3 Clarion, 3 shatter, but I think 2 Clarion, 4 shatter is the right one in the main. And then I have a Deafening Clarion in the sideboard, just in cases. Yeah, I'll hang on to it. I adore playing this deck. I adore. That's a good play. I'll buy it. Aether Gust is actually pretty good here as a 3 of. Dude, Chillums has gotten a hole. Show me what I got. He's gotten a whole lot of Godzillas in his life.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. Let's try this. I'm known for my excellent timing. Trust me. I have a plan.
Trust me. I have a plan. This deck is tight. DCG Cam says, I've never played MTG, but this Godzilla crossovers make me want to jump in. Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. Like, I played a game really late last night where it was like,
Hey, that was uncalled for.
I won a game by, like, summoning enough flying sharks until I could eventually overwhelm my opponent with a Godzilla. It was so fun. And like my opponent plays a huge blocker, I use Narset to like throw Godzilla at the creature and then kill a shark. I mean, it's just like, I mean, like, what child does not dream of that capability?
Here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing. Now, wow, dude, Chillums is so... I have never gotten that many good Godzilla draws, man. That is, like, legitimately sick.
Humble your mind. As always, let me help you practice.
I'll protect you.
Okay, so the obvious play to do here is the following. We plus this, we eat Teferi, right? So we do plus this.
To open
Light.
the mind, you must first open the heart.
Three Godzillas already? Alright, so we eat this first. So that way there's a far less likelihood of a way to kill our Teferi, and we just return this one back. Okay, so throwing the Dream Trawler at something. I'm mildly concerned about a Godzilla. Ah, that really sucks. Oh, that's horrible.
That's more like it.
Alright, well, this kind of leaves me with no choice. I just have to do this. I have to do this and then react. Mystic Dispute hurts a ton. But I think the more realistic outcome here... I think the more realistic outcome is actually that we have a Godzilla coming this turn. That's the outcome I'm actually most concerned about. So I'm just going to get everything off my board. My opponent is playing... No Godzilla! No way. Okay. One top. Alright, you got it. I think a minus here would indicate that there's no counterspell.
Trust me, I have a plan.
It feels very not a counterspell-y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okie dokie. I guess my opponent draws 2 here. Maybe bounce this even. Bounce nothing. Nothing. Not enough for neutralize mana. We really got to get this Teferi out, and we can do it this turn, which is really, really good.
Or foe, state your intention. Think, then act.
According to plan.
Do this. Okay. You know what really stinks? What really stinks is that I conceded the first game because I needed to shame my way out of a Narset situation. That's good. So, the Bonecrusher Giant. Oh, you do. You want to go to the top of the stack. Okay. Okay. So, the Narset ult that I did earlier is helping. But Chillins has a lot more cards. I do have the Jeskai Ultimate, which is good. Ow. No ability to do anything else, though.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint. Don't worry, I got you.
All right.
Enlightenment begins within.
Time to take a trip to Risk City. Elspeth Conquers Death is a very reasonable card for Chillins to have here. And so I'm trying to set myself up into a situation in which if I draw another Zoinks, like Hey Scoob, that's not good. This does let me deal 2 damage to any target, so technically I need 2 spells. Okay. So I can throw it at that.
I've got it.
Let's draw.
Meditate with me.
So, another ultimatum in the face obviously kills us, but, I don't know. This seemed like the best I could do. This only deals damage to creatures with planeswalkers. Nice. Oh, we got second ultimatum. Damn it. See, this is why you need to run 2 ultimatums instead of 1, man. Ah, this is why you need to run 2 ultimatums. Alright, so let me make the changes that I think will be most beneficial to us. Amazingly, the Dream Trawlers have not actually felt the most effective. I actually kind of prefer what we were doing beforehand. They have felt clunky and inflexible. This actually feels better to me. Much to my relief. I am delighted and thrilled to say. Two ultimatums feels really nice. And then I get to keep my 3 Narsets. And I like my 3 Narsets. Whew! Thank God we got that out of the way. Assassina, man, I'm in a great mood. Oh, yeah. Oh, you love to see this in the opening hand. You know what I mean? You love to see it. Man, I'm in great spirits. What's the name of the place? Oh, yeah. Having a date at a restaurant tonight called Nuestra Casa. A little bit of date night action happening at Nuestra Casa. I think you might be familiar with it as well. Wonderboy says that was the best place I've heard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big date energy coming up, huh? Alright. What is this? What card is this even? Ah, it's a Savai Triome. Oh yeah, man. Ryer just cannot handle our overwhelming power. My god, I love playing this expansion set so much. Meow! I think this is actually okay to do. This is okay.
Let's slow this down. This might be a bad idea.
Hey, is Jeff Hoagland here by any chance? I see you in chat, Jeff, but I wanted to let you know. I took out the Dream Trawlers, and I'm a better person for it. I just want to say that. The Dream Trawlers felt slow, clunky, and I was unable to cast Dream Trawlers at instant speed, and thus, they have taken a trip to get the hell out of my deck city. Don't you dare hit my Planeswalker, you fuck.
Time for Plan B.
Time for Plan B. Ooh-woo. I think a white land looks good with all that blue that we got going on.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
No! How dare you think such a thing? Jeff Hogan says, I'm going to be honest, Trawler wasn't amazing today for me either. Well, that's actually good to hear, because I think I had Trawler in 2 games. And it was stolen by Gyruda in the first match, and then in the second match, everything that could be countered was countered. Including I being countered by Narset in the first game. I've actually had better results with middle Narset. Attack me, I dare you. Yeah, I know I lose the Bonecrusher. I know, I've wrapped my head around this fact. Shark card is great. You mean Shark Typhoon or Great Shark? I think Shark Typhoon is...
Stop that. Now.
Stop that. Now. I think Shark Typhoon is like the best card in Standard, man. In the new set, excuse me. It's the best card in the new set. I think it's the strongest card by far. And I'm going to talk about it as much as possible because when I first saw the card, I was like, this is insane. And the world laughed at me. Who's laughing now? Said the guy that conceded game 1 on turn 3 because he cycled into a Narset, burst into tears. I'll just pass them through. I think I maybe need to keep the Elspeth Conquers Death in this matchup.
I've got time.
Because of the luminous Bad Moth. There's also Midnight Reapers. There's also do I keep the Aether Gust in this match? Maybe I do keep the Aether Gust, but maybe not full. TPO3 says, so now that you are 100% correct on Shark Typhoon, this proves you are able to evaluate cards properly, making Gary a 0 out of 5, right? Right. By the way, I will just note for every content creator who wants to host, wants to work at potential future events, I just want to say, get in the habit of saying Shark Typhoon now, because if you start saying Sharknado, 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 you're going to be on air and you're going to be just talking about a card that isn't real using the name of another product. Similarly, call him Kogla. Don't say King Kong. Don't say King Kong. It's Kogla. I have to use the restroom quite badly. No, don't do it. No. Ah.
I'm getting too old for this.
I'm getting to... Oh, stop that. Saying Godzilla's A-okay, though, right? You got it. Oh my god, really? Huh, well that's a weird one. What do we have on the top? Is it worth doing the Teferi bouncies? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, come on back. So that's red, 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 white, white. Or white, white. Red, red, blue, blue, white, white. Okay. How do I deal with a Stone Coil Serpent? Do I even have the mechanism to deal with a Stone Coil Serpent? Does that actually fizzle the card draw? I thought that I still got to draw a card? Am I confusing this with another thing? Return up to 1 artifact, creature, enchantment to its owner's hand. Period. Draw a card. No valid target equals no draw. How did I mess that up? Because I know a full ability... Well, because the thing is that, like, take, for instance, Inspired Ultimatum. Target player gains 5 life. Inspired Ultimatum deals 5 damage to any target, then you draw 5 cards. If I targeted the Familiar and a sacrifice occurred, that's fine. That's a totally fine outcome. Oh, yeah, claim the Firstborn. I forgot about that. And that's death, right? Yeah. Whoops, 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 whoops. I just shouldn't play that. Because it also has 2 targets, but I thought that this was separated as a different clause. Which, as it turns out, that's incorrect. Okay, so what do we want in here? Heliod's Intervention is nice. The Scorching Dragonfire is nice. Deafening Clarion is nice. What is not nice? I feel like I shouldn't cut the Inspired Ultimatum. I think I want to get rid of this and this. 2 of these. Bonecrushers are a little bit weak due to the fizzle effect. I don't know. This is a tough matchup regardless. If only I hadn't washed my hands. If I didn't wash my hands, I would have had enough time to figure this out. How does a deck deal with graveyard shenanigans? Which specific graveyard shenanigan, Joy Anonymous? Which specific one? Another Wogwin file. Another Wogwin. Tithe Taker. Tithe Taker. Get thee to a nunnery. Ain't no lie. Tithe Taker by my mind. That's the first game where I've ever felt a Stone Coil Serpent being a good threat. Have you had the chance to try some Dimir Flash yet? Nah, the Dimir Flash didn't look super strong. Dimir Discard and Dimir Control does look interesting to me. First one that comes to mind is Cat Oven. The big one is that we just try to disable a lot of the threats. And we have some exile effects like the Elspeth Conquers Death, like the Scorching Dragonfire. Welcome back.
I'll protect you.
Rough Figures is good versus Gyruda. It doesn't feel like it would fully address the Gyruda problem. Prevents things from coming in, but I worry about the Thassa's Oracle. Admiral Akbar Trap College. Just gifted a sub to Scotty Ferg. What a great name, Admiral Akbar Trap College. That's a great name. Boy, you are a loud Triome, huh? So by cycling, one, what? Oh, does cycling count as an ability? Okay, got it. Okay, so this means we Scorching Dragonfire this one. Nice.
This might be a bad idea.
Probably an Aether Gust Shark Typhoon sequence. Cycling is an activated ability. Oh, interesting. Always learn more about the rules the more you play. It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. Now, I think what I want to do is I want to cycle Godzilla. Oh, you know, maybe the Godzillas are what I should cut, huh? Maybe in this aggro matchup, I don't need the cheap cycler. Yeah. Gosh, I don't even know why that didn't occur to me. I mean, it might not be, strictly speaking, correct, but... I'm so fucking angry all the time!
I've got time.
Depending upon the order that Nahaira plays this in, we could be in grandy-dandy shape. And maybe Shark Typhoon is actually just a very good way to win by hard casting this. Okay.
Don't make another move.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the maximum Shark Typhoon play.
That's more like it.
Maximum Shark Typhoon. There it is. Yeah, dude, if I cut the Godzillas, then I just have a lot more removal options and I can focus more around Shark Typhoon victories. Okay, this is sick. Good. Unless there's a protection spell in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pow. Wowza, wowza, total powza. Lot of deaths.
Enough.
Is there a 2-mana protection spell? There's only a 1-mana protection spell that I'm aware of. Yeah, I'm just doing it, man.
Nothing.
I think there's enough in there to get the Croxa going. And don't think I'm not going to go all in on the Shark Typhoon here, huh? Kill Teferi, summon a Croxa. It's a good play. It's as good a play as any.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
There's one indestructible... Actually, there's 3 different spells. There's 2 1-mana protections, or 1 1-mana protection and 2 indestructibles, something like that. Something like this. Yeah, I am discarding the Teferi. Isn't that sick? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is good, but this is exactly what I want to do. Awkward Turtle says, weird reminder of the coronavirus stuff that every night at 8, all my neighbors start howling like wolves. What? Yeah. Wait, do you live in the Bay Area? I've been hearing that, like, that's something that, like, a number of towns have started to do. Marty stuff is awesome. You hate to see it. Alright, go big or go home. By the way, I probably coulda, woulda cycled. Like, if I had just had a, like, gigantic, an absolutely gigantic, Shark Typhoon and cycle, that would have been better. I should have cycled these like a proper adult, but I just all of a sudden was like, oh yeah, we're going all in on Shark Typhoon. Alright, we're working out the kinks in the deck. We're working out the kinks in the deck. Yeah, because like if I'm against aggro and I say I cut these 4, then that's 4 open slots for 2 Scorching Dragonfires, an Aether Gust, and a Deafening Clarion. And then I can cut one other thing for Heliod's intervention. Oh my god, it's just so natural. It's just so natural, man. Amy Yui says, thanks for being so positive. Get out of here. Well, you got it, Amy Yui. I think the finger is one of the funniest hand motions ever. I'm sorry, I just find it so funny. This is a good-looking hand. This is a good-looking hand. What are the odds of just drawing into another one, huh? One time. Oh, man. I'm doing this. I gotta thin the deck to get some more Godzillas in there, you know. Yeah, the blue looks like what we're low on. Nice. That's a good play. Dude, Jeskai Godzilla Control is an it list. Oh, dude, we're so close to a Godzilla.
Don't worry, I got this.
Okay. Time to play marginally more reasonable. But like not a lot more reasonable. Just like a little bit more reasonable.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
One on the bottom. Deafening Clarion, I betcha. This is the play.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I've got it.
Kid on TV. Okay, that's okay.
No more games.
No more games. Yes, I do have a third Godzilla. Ah.
Let's try this.
So I'm going to be Elspeth conquering death here. Yeah, just get this one out. Playing calm, playing straightforward. Then once the +2 gets hit, we return this back, and then we eat the Teferi, right? 3 Godzilla stacks. You got it. Draw a card. Maybe bounce a guy. It's all good. Yeah, you can bounce the Karuga. I think that might be a nice play. thin this out in the hopes of getting some Godzilla. Yeah, Kate on TV, send me, just send me an email. Sean at day9.tv. Me at me.tv. Yes. Oh, God, a Teferi as well. Oh.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, I think 4 Elspeth Conquers Death is quite good here. Teferi, time Raveler.
Sorry, I'm late.
About to be Teferi quite despairing. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, I got this.
So, in this position, there's no possibility of my Teferi being threatened. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Don't quite have enough for what I really want to do, but that's okay. We'll plus.
Here goes nothing.
We'll then play an uncounterable Teferi. Click on this. We will then bounce this again. This is a really gross combo, and it's still working good.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
We just exile often. And we're still a single tick away. Alright, good. There's been 1 Elspeth Conquers Death. I feel like all I do is play Elspeth Conquers Death. Oh, yeah. Dum, 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 dum. We did lose a Teferi for basically nothing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'll protect you.
Dang it. This is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm telling you, Shark Typhoon is just disgusting. Alright, let's kill a Dream Trawler and a Teferi. No instant speed stuff allowed because of this guy. So only one thing could be cycled to make it a 6/5. And this is already upticked, so there's no possibility of having our shark bounced. I guess this.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Let's keep the big one. Alright, do our usual plus. No, not enough mana for Shark Typhoon.
I've got time.
Finally. Can a guy just play his Shark Typhoon? Whew. Dude, like, this deck is just so satisfying.
Now what?
Uh-oh, it's an awfully good Godzilla. this is gonna go.
This is hardly
Boo-hoo.
my worst defeat.
Let's get this one out of here. More sharks. I think having one out's fine. Having two out is utterly unnecessary. Like, it would be better to have the shark. It would just be better to have the shark. But still, look at that shit. You know what I mean? Look at that shit. Don't worry about it, Kadon, man. Everyone has a rough day. Everyone has a rough day. Have no concern in the slightest. I mean, plus I'm playing Jeskai Control with a really fun list, so I'm like completely immune to anything negative. Oh, is it so? Now, here is an interesting rules question. If I were to play Narset, who now costs 6 as a result of Elspeth, out comes... Oh, 2/4 cost sharks.
Mind, body, and soul must be trained in harmony.
Okie dokie. Alright, Bonecrusher Giants obviously come out, and I think that a lot of these other spells come out. Then, this means that our choker friends, Narset, the Mystical Disputes, the Disdainful Strokes, are very good ones to bring in. And I think that's it. 3 Aether Gusts feels like a good amount. Or maybe 3 Disdainful Strokes and 4 Aether Gusts. Let's think for a moment. I think this is better. Seems good. TPOs is no different than when you disputed the Teferi for 1 and got a 3/3, right? I'm going to say, in a technical sense, yes, but... Oh, man. Oh, man. Man. I am going to keep this fucking hand, aren't I? I don't know if that's actually correct, but... Whatever. But yeah, the reason I stop and I ask is that, like... When I have something like a... X cost card, the cost of it is X on the stack, and there's... the way I describe it is when I say technically you're correct, what I mean is that if someone is an expert at the rules and they now know everything, they can relate chunks of information very quickly. But for the situation I'm in right now, which is where I'm seeing some holes in my rules understanding, it feels a bit like completely different things. So, you know, if someone's like, oh, it's the exact same as this completely different situation from your perception, you know, things like that, I'm just like, I mean, okay. By that measure, I mean, I guess. I think I should have to accept that this sucks.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Joy Anonymous says, how do you stay interactive and talkative throughout a longer stream without getting socially exhausted? Get this. It's actually exhausting. It takes quite a bit of energy to just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and just
This isn't a fight.
continue to poop out the
Might be a
talking.
bad idea.
So this is just almost certainly just saying goodbye, but that's fine. Where were you? It is a lot of effort. Well, look at this handful of instant speed things that don't do anything.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Farts. So I removed my Bonecrusher
I've
Giants.
got it.
Alright. We would like something kind of like a white mana source. See if we can get something juicy like a Teferi. Holy shit. I want these in the opening hand, but, you know, when I'm mulligan to 5, what are you gonna do? Beastolus says, I have appreciation for what you do. Teaching 2 50-minute lectures is exhausting for me. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is tiring. One of the things that is nice about having games as the core piece of content is the game can do the heavy lifting in a lot of the circumstances. Well, this is actually a very reassuring circumstance. My opponent really wants to counter my stuff. Like, oh, just so badly wants to counter it. I think I have no choice but to just... Maybe we can just get a Godzilla here? Huh? Something like this? We're looking for Shark Typhoon is basically the it play. So if my opponent has a negate, obviously Narset just gets cancelled. If my opponent has a Mystic Dispute, we wait till the next turn when we have 7 mana available. I run JT says, Dan hooked me on MTGA, hooked me on Factorio. What in the world will he hook me on next? What about putting too much pepper on everything? That's a real Sean Plot maneuver right there, man. I love, 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 love pepper. Show me what you got. At the very least, we get some card advantage if our opponent Mystic Disputes. Got it. If our opponent Mystic Disputed. This hand is looking really good once Teferi's gone. Ash Files, I just put 4 Disdainful Strokes into the sideboard, and it's interesting. It's been... I think that it's going to be a good solution to a lot of the other lists.
That's more like it.
Obnoxious choice of ramping like crazy. You love to see it. Thing of beauty. You'll love to see it. Got him. This Godzilla is so awesome in this matchup. What up? Now, we could get Aether Gusted. Which is fine. Which is totally fine. But a lot of the time, we just kill the Teferi.
I really should have seen that coming.
Stop that. could just be the Jeskai Ultimatum. That would make sense as to why Bebo would do the zap. Ah, yes! Hello, my name is Day9, and I have done it.
Whether friend or foe, state your wish. Let me help you practice.
I am not going to attack. Because our opponent is running... Because we are in an insanely good position right now. I just wish to chill. Fuck. Ooh, I did that one correctly. You can pay the 3. We allow that to happen.
I'm known for my
You can bounce the Godzilla. We allow that to happen. Pay 2. Draw a card, summon an 8/8 Trample Haster. Is Yidaro Godzilla confirmed good? Oh yeah, I think it's actually quite good. That's okay. We did the Mystic Dispute to deny some of the mana. And because we plussed our wonderful Jeskai lady... we run no risks. Yeah, I mean, I think that our opponent maybe just did not quite understand how incredibly good this is. I want the shit out of this blue mana, let me tell you. So now we can minus comfortably.
Strike with a cunning mind.
Shit. Alright, let's activate our counter spells. Oh man. God, I mean this is so awesome, okay? This is so awesome. And Archaic says, I didn't realize it's not every 4 times you cycle him, it's having cycled 4 times. Yes, 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 right? It's just, like, you just cycle him, and then you have infinite Godzillas. So I have all my solutions in hand.
To open the mind, you must first open the heart.
Oh my god. It's time for infinite Godzillas. Okay. You'll note that I did plus intelligently. Probably wind up throwing this Godzilla at that 6/6. Teferi bouncing the Godzilla wouldn't really matter. So I know what Teferi bounced the other guy. I don't know who here is a fan of sentences. I don't know who here's a fan of sentences, but I was going to use Narset to throw my other Godzilla to kill the flying shark so I could swing with Godzilla. Like, these sentences. Oh my god, these sentences. Oh. It's, you know, let's make this our last one. God, I love the sentences. What a sentence generating game. Oh my gosh. Yorion Sky Nomad. Do we have 80 cards in the deck? We do. When Yorion enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and return. Or you own and control. Return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. There's a lot of elemental, big, thick creature decks in existence, which is why I'm not running 3 Clarion, 3 Shatter, but instead running 2 Clarion, 4 Shatter. We still have the 6 Sweepers, which feels like a good amount of sweepery, deeper redos, but... pretty clear that the play just to leave up this Aether Gust. Main decking 3 Aether Gusts is really nice. Alright, we won. Dude, this deck is so much stronger with no counter spells in it. And you know what? Screw counter magic. Alright, who's ready for the easy concede? Boom. This list feels so good. It feels so good. I don't really care. I'll just take the 3 damage. It's fine. You know, Carolina Dog might just play Yorion. Watch this. On to the top, huh? Okay. Yeah, no, it's Shark. It's a Shark Typhoon. It's a Shark Typhoon. Alright. Now, interesting Shark Typhoon synergy. If you play Shatter the Sky, you summon a shark, and thus you can play it. Alright, so I'm going to do something that looks a little weird. I'm going to shock this in, because I would like to cycle the Raugrin Triome. That's fine. That's why we love cycle. Oh! Oh! Okay. Triple blue, triple, and then we have the blue enhance. We will snag a white mana.
I can go longer. Stand by and watch.
My god, this is...
I have a plan.
Okay, let's just do this. I gotta keep getting...
Ikoria is familiar. I train in the shadows. Consider the future. Then
Yeah, I gotta keep growing shark count because a Asian Treachery could still hurt. Genesis Ultimatum. Oh my goodness. I love to see that. You love to see it. That's so good. I could have Aether Gusted. Maybe I should have plus-aronied this, but nah. You get them all out. This deck, I think that for any and all interested in trying out this good old-fashioned Deckaroni, I would strongly recommend not getting too bothered if you are having wildly swingy games, because from my experience, man,
I've done the hero thing before.
it took me a minute to get this deck. Talk about a dope list, man. Talk about a tight dope list. Our middle Narset might be a better card with... Might actually be a better card than Baby Narset. Might actually be, because it hedges nicely against more aggro decks. So another Genesis Ultimatum. Just gets placed on the top. That's a beating. Did I create this deck and did you name it Sharkzilla? I did create this deck and I named it Godzilla Control. Yes! It's so awesome. Oh, yeah, alright. I don't think I need the Bonecrusher Giants. Those don't seem like the most excellent of cards. But I think I do want, like, a lot of the pricey stuff. And the Clarion, even. What the hell do I do here? I think I don't need as many sweepers if I have this many counters. I think that's fair. This is the wrong card for this. I think I cut this out because the way that my opponent's deck is, because Godzilla is good if we're both kind of low on creatures and I'm looking for a way to sneak around. Shark Typhoon is obviously a very rapid speed win condition once I've locked down, and I don't really want to get rid of my, my Narsets and friends. I like these as card draw. I really like these as card draw. And I think maybe another Narset also makes sense as good card draw. So we have like early shutdown, but then we don't skimp on the power cards. Dacos says, is Heliod's intervention not hitting Thassa a good enough reason to choose something different? Yeah, I mean, maybe, yeah. Maybe, yeah. This hand is almost amazing. Farts! No! No! Alright, well. Okay, well, we don't have a lot. But didn't we win with our last insanely challenging baby mulligan. Didn't we win with that? Let's go land Wiz and Weef, huh? How about the wizenest of Weefs? Our opponent is running Teamer and has very likely boarded in some counter spells. If we can get a 4th land, one on the bottom, you'll love to see that. I'll just chill. Don't want to just smash Narset down, it'll just get countered, then Carolina Dog will play something significant, so. Carolina Dog is playing straight up. Like she has a counterspell in the hand. No, I'm not going to blink first, man. I do better the longer nothing's played. My deck's better at doing nothing than Carolina Dog's deck is. At doing nothing. Holy shit, this is awesome. Mulligan to 5, and then I'm playing this so cautiously, man. Carolina Dog just like plays Ultimate Infestation. Or excuse me, Genesis Ultimatum. It's okay. Get another Lando down. 1 on top. You hate to see that. Maybe I'm a little too confident with that. Here comes the second dispute. No second dispute. Fuck yeah.
Mind and body should move in unison. Meditate and prepare.
I will get the Disdainful Stroke. Watch this. Land Genesis Ultimatum. Just watch. Just watch. I have X-ray eyes. I have already seen what Carolina Dog will do. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, you know, I gotta let that one land. That's fine. If we mull to 5 and make it through this... Oh no, that's fucking horrible. Oh my god, oh my god, oh no. Well, we're almost at Inspired Ultimatum, which is great. Do your worst. Oh, it's fucking horrible. Oh shit, she's not in there, is she? Oh, whoops. Oh my god, I forgot the Scorching Dragonfire Exiles. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I should have just waited in Shark Typhoon. That would have been way easier. Ah, whatever. This is such a good draw for us.
I know my responsibility. I'll protect you.
Gimme a blue mana. Thank you. Are we actually pulling this off? Dude, zonk me, it's fine. Zonk and bonk. Whose graveyard do you want to eat from? You want to get just some meager damage in? It's not a big deal. You got it. I think we got a hard casting Shark Typhoon and an instant speed Inspired Ultimatum on the docket for the day. Little do you know, Carolina Dog, this deck is nothing but counters.
I've got it.
It's now soon for the Typhoon. Icer Joker says we need a mulligan to 5 more often. Don't tempt me. I'm playing this game a long time. I can't remember what the cutoff date was, but if you've played Magic before 2006, you never mulligan. You always keep. Yeah, take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Some graphics are now gone. Holy shit, I'm the man.
Don't worry, I got this.
Alright. Instant speed, Inspired Ultimatum. Oh my god, we are at... Dude. I'm quite fond of this Teferi. Quite fond of that Teferi. Stays on top.
Might be a bad idea.
Oh my god. I can't believe we mulled to 5. Carefully and judiciously didn't do anything for a bit. And it's gonna give us the win. I mean, maybe I shouldn't speak so soon, but I know it's on top, and these 4 cards haven't been doing anything for a while. 5, so we're dealing 10 damage coming in. We see some vengeance being taken by Clawkins here, huh? I mean, I'm gonna Teferi bounce this shit too. No, I mean, that's bad. But I mean, you gotta get this Teferi, right? You hate to see it.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Okay.
We will meet again.
So I think it is very important to target me, shoot this, draw a billion mana. Are we kidding me? I didn't actually get there. I didn't actually draw a mana. Alright, or a land.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
Okay. That's also fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, I mean, easy. I just do this. I just Shatter the Sky, right? Then I Elspeth Conquers Death with this guy. Maybe I should have waited a turn. Maybe I should have waited one turn. Because then, the Genesis Ultimatum, when it comes down, we can deal with it slightly more easily. Okay. That's, you know what? I'll allow it to resolve. Okay. You know what? I've been there. You know, odds are it's 3 creatures and 2 landos. Jesus, this fucking draw. So if I play a Shark Typhoon, I have a Disdainful Stroke and a Mystic Dispute up. But if I just more conservatively play a Narset, I think I just... And now we have enough mana for our 2 other Disdainful Strokes. So then I can just plus this and work towards the ult.
To open the mind, you must first open the heart.
Our deck rules. This is the awesomest shit ever. I've wanted a deck like this for ages. Get out of here with your gross fingers, Omnath. Get out of here with your weird, gross Cheeto fingers, man. Learn to eat with chopsticks like an adult. No, I'm still not allowing it. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, Omnath. It's disgusting. Oh my god, what can Carolina Dog do for 3 mana? This makes everything cost 2 more. It resolves. Oh my god, Godzilla Control is here. Wow, I think the most advanced maneuver is cleverly cutting Godzilla. Oh my god, as if it weren't enough. Look how much damage we're gonna deal now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 4 is 8. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my god. Give me 1 quick second. Guys, wonderful humans. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. Ow. It's time to go to the finest restaurant in all of the city. Nuestra Casa. Am I saying that correctly? Nuestra Casa. There it is. Nuestra Casa. Close enough? Yeah. Means our house. Okay, so let me summarize. Yeah, meeting at home. That's correct. Let me summarize. I think the big insights that are strengthening this deck is aggressively cycling with these 2 cards in game 1. When sideboarding, if your opponent is trying to spike out with creatures, such as with an elemental or with an aggro deck, Godzilla is the cut. And then in that way, when you, like, if you're against a aggro deck, you cut the 4 Godzillas, you have 1 Aether Gust, 2 Scorching Dragonfires, a Deafening Clarion, and then if you really need a Heliod's Intervention. I think that's the last big notable thing that was like, makes so much sense. If you're up against a more control-y deck, the obvious cuts are the Bonecrushers, the Shatter the Sky, and the Deafening Clarions against really control-y Oleo decks. And if you are up against a deck that does have a good amount of board building, like you saw against that Elemental deck, what I did is I cut all the Bonecrushers, all the Deafening Clarions, and all the Shatter the Skies. So it's 10 things being cut. And I put in Aether Gust, Disdainful Stroke, Mystic Dispute, and the Narsets. And so the way to think about that change... Or wait, no, I guess I'm sorry. I kept in the Shatter the Skies. I cut the Bonecrushers, the Deafening Clarions, and the Godzillas. And what this allowed me to do is with those 10 cuts, I was able to put in the Aethers, Disdainfuls, Mystic Disputes, and then I put in 1 Narset. And what's, I think, cute about this is that we still have instant speed board sweepers in case they have a lot of the big elementals. But we have single point removal, single point removal, single point removal. This is looking excellent. This is excellent. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. And I'll be back on Tuesday with more gameplay. My God, I might want to play that again on Tuesday. This is like the most fun I've had in a set in a while. And I don't know if it's going to change when the meta resolves, but my God, for now, I want to live the high. Other decks that I still need to try are infinitely many. So next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Magic all day. Monday, mostly walking. I'm not going to be doing anything in the day, so 7 p.m. will be the stream time. Tomorrow, I'm playing Griffland, sponsored by Clay, so feel free to tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Friday next week, we're launching the Rocket in Factorio. Oh my God, this is amazing. All right, bye.